A clan, you nasty.
Oh, a clan. You know how I do. I'll be trying to work from home too. Starting my OnlyFans account.
Oh, hell no.
Just be Ball Johnson Show. Oof, oof.
I thought Pride was last month.
It's funny.
Oh, look, it's the gang. Oh, look, it's the gang. Oh, look, it's the gang. Ain't try coming with that clown shit. Blowing up, and I'm laughing because I'm in. Circus talks, clouded thoughts, I can feel the rain. I'm insane, catching bodies in this stove drain. Money smart, penny benching, guess I'm penny wise. You want beef, I got the strength of 5 guys. Salty nickels getting tossed like wild fries. You fuck with me, I'll bring the end to your good times. So don't sleep on me, I'm a nightmare. Born in the dark, no light here. Unless you talk your speed, I'm moving light years. You can't see me.
Yeah, welcome back to the Lance and Alyssa Show presented by Turns Up TV. Shout out to everybody tuned in right now, man. We missed all y'all. My name is Lance Maharez.
And it's your girl, Alyssa. I don't want to say my last name because I got a couple stalkers out there. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all already know who the hell it is, man. Welcome back again to the Lance and Alyssa Show. It's been a minute because we've had some life-altering things go on, right?
Yeah.
Alyssa now has 2 mini Alyssas in this world.
Yes.
Congratulations, big hand to you on getting through the that could have been easy.
I literally had a litter, son.
Let's talk
The
about
last time you guys heard from us, I was pregnant at the time. And now
I'm talking pregnant.
No, yeah, fuck you, Lance. You know what? I was pregnant in my nose. My nose was so huge. You know, like when girls get pregnant and like, you know, their lips get swollen or their nose or
I just thought the midsection got bigger.
my stomach.
No, that
Thanks, Lance. You
and
just
the
call
up
me
top.
Fat?
No, obviously you're going to have a baby
Yeah, no,
belly.
my boobs did get huge.
Yeah, there you go.
But so did my nose, and my mother did not let me forget. She's like, "Gee, your nose is huge." I'm like, "Thank you." So is your mouth.
Damn.
But yeah, I freaking had my children. Their names are Alana and Amora, and they drive me nuts. But I can't even imagine myself without them now. Like, I don't even know like life before them. I know that sounds corny, but it really is true. Like, I
get it. I don't get it as much because I only have one, but I mean, I've been doing it for a little longer, so I definitely understand it and I understand the different change in all that. But so we're gonna talk about that. I want to talk about the whole process about how you
have a baby.
Yeah, no, I don't want to talk about how you have a baby. We all know how that happens and how that goes. I want to talk about your experience with you going in, especially because it was during a unique time with COVID, which is crazy because we shout out Alejandro because he had a baby during quarantine. Same thing. I had a couple other friends have babies, and it was just different. And for you especially, we're going to talk about how some things you missed out on, the baby shower, having friends, family around, come visit. Then we're going to talk about co-parenting because this is something that you're getting ready to go through or you're dealing with already. So we want to hear your ups and downs of how you're dealing with co-parenting. I'll give you my take on my experience with it. It's pretty interesting. Went from a lot of ups and downs to get to where I am now, which I'm happy about. And then we're just gonna catch up. I'm excited to have you back. I'm
excited to be back.
Getting ready to push the show. I know you have some shit you want to get off your chest,
I'm so
always.
Excited to even be outside. I'm like, is this what outside looks like?
You're talking about getting ready, and you said that this is what, like the first time you got ready in a minute, and I'm like,
I had
girl,
to get ready in like 10 minutes. So hello.
And the process with y'all, how we all be taking the time to get ready. Of course, I already knew that you were gonna be late. She texted me, I'm gonna be 10 minutes late. I'm like, it's fine. That's why I said this time because I was planning on you doing it that other time anyways. But
whatever.
Make sure you'll follow us Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at TurnedUpTV. Follow me at my Instagram, Lance_Maharez. And then are you low key in it? You don't want nobody following you or what?
No, you can follow me at Alyssa Arsate 1 because Lance already knows that I don't got to get into it. And just Facebook Alyssa Arsate. And I'll be plugging my OnlyFans later.
Talk about a Ball Johnson show, man. So these babies came, 2 babies, more than anyone can handle at the first time, but you doing it. Yeah. How was it with you? Obviously, like I said, last time we left off, You still had them in the oven. You were getting ready to go. But it was right when this whole COVID thing kicked off.
Yeah.
So that had to be scary as shit for you.
Yeah. So I was obviously high risk to begin with because I was having twins. And then literally the week. So I was going in to get ultrasounds and stuff because one of the babies wasn't getting enough blood flow through her umbilical cord. So I was going in like twice a week doing ultrasounds. So the week that I was admitted, it was literally the week before they shut the city down.
Oh, fuck.
So me and my mom, she took me to the appointment, and I don't know, I just had a feeling that I was like going into the hospital. My body just didn't feel right. So I was like, damn it, so I packed my bag before we went, and they admitted me. And I think the next day after I was in the hospital, they pretty much said I could only have one visitor. They can't leave the hospital or else they can't come back in.
Damn.
Like the whole time. So
you had to find someone to commit.
Yeah. Well, my mom, like she literally missed a whole week of work.
That's crazy.
And I was actually, I was talking to my baby's dad, but I just felt more comfortable with my mom being there. Of
course, yeah.
And then they told me after when I had the babies, they would be in the NICU because they were premature. I had them at 35 weeks. If I would have had them at 36 weeks, it would have been fine. But I let her be in the delivery room with me. And I had a C-section. So that shit was like the craziest experience of my whole life. Like having a C-section was nuts. They literally, they said I took it like a G, which my pain tolerance is very high.
Right.
Like I broke 16 ribs. I broke 16 ribs. I punctured my lung and I bruised my liver in a really bad car accident a couple years ago.
Okay. I was gonna say, whoa. We ain't gonna just skip past you breaking 16 ribs without an explanation.
I was like Bella off of Twilight,
right?
Where she's dying. No. So I could take pain, So they admitted me. Whatever, they were giving me the epidural, and they literally make you like scrunch over, like make you fucking bend and touch your knees, which I couldn't. Like I had a big old stomach.
Hands on your knees.
Yeah,
Hands on your knees.
And I don't know, it was just the craziest feeling. Like I literally felt like just a floating head. Like my whole body was numb.
And I have to say that I do remember when they gave my daughter's mom that, and that fucking needle is no joke.
Yeah, I didn't even look at it. I was just like, just give it to me. I don't give a fuck.
And the thing about it too is it's not like, like a regular shot where you're just getting it into your arm. Like that bitch goes up your spine.
It goes in your spine.
In your spine.
Like, I literally felt my bones like crushing together.
Oh,
like, ugh. It was nasty.
No. But was it like instant relief?
No.
Like, no?
I mean, it took a couple minutes. Yeah, it took a couple minutes. But after that, like when I walked into the delivery room, like they had the smallest table ever, and they're like, just lay on this, and I was like, bitch,
like I got 2 babies coming out,
like that'll fit my leg, ho. Like, is that a joke? But yeah, my mom came in after they numbed me up, and they put a sheet like from my head down so I wouldn't see them taking my fucking organs out of my body.
You're like, what's going down there?
Yeah, well, they literally like take your uterus out and like put it aside.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh, they put it back in?
Yes.
Like Legos or some shit?
Yes, and they would have to. They were
just
building Batman. Like,
yeah. Just pick and post, pick and play?
No, and yeah, so they did all that. But I let my mom be in there with me because she wasn't allowed in the NICU after. It was only me and Dad, so she wouldn't be able to see the babies for like weeks on end. So
shit.
When they took the babies out, they like held them up to her, and like she got to see them like that. So yeah, after that, like after I had the babies,
all slimy and alien type. Ugh.
Yep. And they sewed me up, and like I don't know, it was that whole experience. Like I felt like was really easy for me. Like even the recovery, like they had me in a room for 2 hours just to see how I was like recovering.
Mm-hmm.
And they said most of the girls that would go back there, they was like shaking and freaking out, and I'm just like on my phone. I'm like, can I go see the girls yet? Like I was like chill. Yeah.
Now how does that work with C-section, like umbilical cord wise? Because that, when I had my daughter, I had the experience. Yeah, I want to say it was a great experience to have as a father. But that cutting that umbilical cord is nasty. It's like, ugh. It's crazy to do that because you feel like you're hurting her, you're hurting the baby. But how did that happen? Did they just cut it or did
they just cut it? And it was quick too. Well, I did ask them to let the umbilical cord, like, let them take a minute to cut it because I wanted the nutrients to go through them as much as they could. So they probably took like a minute or so after they were born to cut it. But yeah, the doctor cut it himself. But it was nuts, honestly. Like the next day, like I was up and walking around, like the nurses in the NICU were like, what the fuck? Like, didn't you just have a baby?
Yeah,
like, what the hell?
Especially 2 babies.
Yeah.
And then for me as a guy, obviously this is nothing I will ever experience or get the chance to know what it's like. But do you feel like
empty?
Yeah, like you don't have your those babies and that.
Like I couldn't sleep at all because obviously, you know, I'm upstairs recovering and my babies are downstairs, and I was up at all hours of the night going to go see them, and I'm like, I feel weird. Like I worked hard, you know, for these kids, and they're just not with me anymore.
And is that because of COVID that they weren't letting you? Because usually, when they have you have your baby, they take them for a little bit, bring them back, let them sleep in the room, hang out and stuff. Is that why?
No, it wasn't because of COVID. It was because they were premature, so they had to like hook them up to oxygen.
Yeah, make sure
stuff like that. Yeah, but other than that, like they allowed me and baby's dad to go see them whenever we want. But again, we couldn't leave. Like before COVID, we could at least go and get us something to eat, you know, and then come back in. But if we left, we couldn't come back in. So
You're done.
I would be there like all day, like all night, all day. Because I felt like, and especially the first time I left, like I can't even lie. Like I literally, it was hard. It was emotional because I was like leaving the freaking hospital
with
no babies.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the hell?
And that's something that, you know, most people want to have their babies. They stay there for a day or two and then they get to take them home, and then you start living your life with your kids, especially with you having 2 of them.
Yeah.
Knowing that they're, you know, have a little health issues going on that they need some help with, and then not being able to be there, that would drive me crazy.
Yeah, and then I guess just me being paranoid too. I'm like, are these fucking nurses taking care of
Yeah, what are y'all
kids?
doing with my kids?
Yeah. But no, the hospital I was at, they're still amazing over there, so I wasn't really worried about it. But they're good now. They're freaking little jerks. One of them's a jerk, honestly. The other one's really good.
I was going to say, I be seeing you post one at a time, and I'm like, are you only posting a good one?
Listen, well, it's because...
Your ass don't get in the picture yet.
Well, Alana, my sweet girl, she's the one that's really happy. You know.
Sweet girl.
Yeah, she's sweet. She's sweet. She smiles. She wakes up happy. She's real photogenic. And then Amora, on the other hand, that's my twin. So Amora?
It's a beautiful name.
She screams. She mugs. She don't smile. Like, you have to get her right when she wakes up to, like, talk to her, come at her correct.
Yeah.
Or she just won't have it. So that little girl is too much. Way too much.
Does it remind you of someone?
No, their dad.
Weird. Yeah. That's all pops.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good. I'm glad, you know, especially when you posted, and I was checking up on you during that time. Because I was like, hey, well, you at the hospital? If not, get to the studio. Let's go record some shit. But no, I'm excited for you because you've already been, you know, you're amazing. You're already an amazing mother. But for you to deal with that's double on top of going on with COVID, then having to deal with them, you know, having to have a little extra help, being premature. But how much, like you were just saying, talk about your life, how it changed that much and that quick. Like you said, you can't picture yourself without them, but they're only what, 2 months?
They're gonna be
4 months. Oh damn, girl.
They act like they're 15 already. No, just kidding. No, it honest, like sleep. We'll just start there. Obviously,
first,
that's a big
sleep.
one. Yes. Like I went from being pregnant, I really didn't get sleep that much, but I did at least get a sleep when I wanted to. Yeah. So sleeping and honestly just having time for myself. Like I went from being so selfish, you know, spending my money on whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, going anywhere. I could just up and leave whenever I wanted to, you know. And I feel bad because my sisters and them, they have kids, and I'm like, I gotta go. Like,
all right, this isn't enough.
Whose kids are these by?
Yep.
So I don't know, that, and then kind of just getting back to myself, my regular self, you know, like obviously before I would get ready and, you know, like take care of myself, but now it's, I barely have time to wipe my ass.
I hope you find some time for that.
Even if I did have time, I wouldn't. No, I'm just kidding.
God damn. She is single, everyone. Everybody out there, she is ready to hit the streets.